Hello, I am live. I should be live. Okay, so here we are, another live YouTube lesson. Today the theme is people, right? And the title of this lesson is Bubbles. If we look at the picture, we see bubbles. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Great question. Well, first we're going to use this picture, right? We're going to do a summary, right? We'll give you a nice, easy way to explain what you see in the picture. Then we're going to describe the setting in detail, right? We're going to describe the action. So if the setting is the time, the place, the location, the action is the people, the movement. What are the actions? What's happening in the picture? Then we're going to do the story, right? I add a little bit extra to make the picture a little bit more interesting. Leah Huda's in the comments. She says, hi there. I should send my comment. Here we go. Hello and welcome to this live English lesson. So after we get through parts 1 through 4, we're going to do my favorite part, which is the quiz. And I have my glasses. Yes. Okay. So let's get started. Here we are. So first we're going to do the summary, right? So the summary is just a quick, brief, easy way to describe this picture. We'll get into detail, don't worry, but right now it's just a summary. Here we go. In this picture, we see a young girl outside in a park. She is standing in a wide path surrounded by trees. The girl is blowing bubbles and they are floating through the air. The girl is having fun. She's wearing clothing for a cool summer day or morning. Okay, so this is the summary for this picture. I think this is a great opportunity to do some pronunciation, so repeat after me. Here we go. In this picture, we see a young girl outside in a park. She is standing in a wide path surrounded by trees. The girl is blowing bubbles and they are floating through the air. The girl is having fun. She's wearing clothing for a cool summer day or morning. Okay, and I can already see Leah Huda put apples in the comments, so that means you are doing the pronunciation. Wonderful. So this was the summary, right? Just a few short sentences explaining, maybe the most important things of this picture. But we're going to go into detail now. Yes, and the next part we'll talk about vocabulary and go into detail. Here we go. All right, so let's do the setting. The setting is the time, the place, the location, right? Okay, here we go. The picture was taken at an outside location in a park. We can see a wide dirt path with trees on both sides. Okay, so when we say a wide dirt path, we're looking at what's behind her, right? It's a little bit blurry, but we can see it's pretty wide. So a lot of people can walk there if they choose to, and I think it's dirt. I don't think it's cement or pavement. I think it's more of a softer surface and a path. All right, so let's just take a look at some pictures of paths to make sure that we understand what it is. All right, there's the dictionary. And the path, let's see. All right, so we have different paths. Maybe this is a wooden path. This is, I don't know if it's stone. Let's see if we can find a dirt path like we have. All right, here we go. So there are dirt paths through the forest. And yeah, Not much to it. It's a path, which is like a walkway. Okay, here we go to the next section. The sun is coming through the trees and creating light and dark spots on the path. So if we look behind her at the path, there are some darker areas and there are some lighter areas. Yes, Leohuda says the girl is interested in blowing the bubbles. Yes, and we will talk about what the girl's doing when we get to the action. Right now we're doing the setting. Wonderful. So there's shadows right from the trees, so there are some light sections and dark sections on the path. Okay. It looks like there are green grass and dead leaves near the side of the path. Right, so the side of the path would be the border, the edge, and we can see green grass and some kind of brown stuff, which I think are dead leaves. All right. Okay, so let's do pronunciation. Here we go. The picture was taken at an outside location in a park. We can see a wide dirt path with trees on both sides. The sun is coming through the trees and creating light and dark spots on the path. It looks like there are green grass and dead leaves near the side of the path. Okay, so that was pronunciation and the first part for the setting. Let's go to another part so we can describe this picture even better. The background is blurry and unfocused, but we can tell that she is in an outdoor environment like a forest or a park. Okay, when we say the word environment, it means our surroundings, the things that are around us, right? So you could have a jungle environment, you could have a city environment, maybe a park environment, or a home environment. Environment just means what's around you. All right, blurry and unfocused means that it's not clear, right? So if we try to see the trees that are behind her, we can tell that they're trees, but they're not focused, right? They're blurry and they're unfocused. Okay? The sun is very bright, and it could be late morning, midday, or early afternoon. The leaves are still mostly green. Right. If we look behind, maybe there's some brown leaves there, but a lot of green leaves, okay? Makes me think of summer. All right. Okay, so, yes, Leohuda says blurry is not clear. That's right. All right, so let's do pronunciation. Hooray! Here we go. The background is blurry and unfocused, but we can tell that she is in an outdoor environment like a forest or a park. The sun is very bright, and it could be late morning, midday, or early afternoon. The leaves are still mostly green. Okay, let's continue. Leohuda says it's more like forest. Sure, maybe it is a park that includes a forest. And maybe there's a path that goes through the forest, right? Okay, let's keep going. Here we are. The girl is wearing long sleeves and a vest, so it might feel cool outside. Okay, so we're going to describe the girl in more detail in a moment, but right now we can look at her clothing and get an idea for the temperature, right? So she has long sleeves, right? Which means that the sleeves on her shirt come all the way down to her hands, right? She's also wearing a vest. Let's just we'll put in vest in the picture search so we can see different vests. Maybe we'll put a winter vest. See what happens. Okay, so this is a vest. There are no sleeves. Alright, so no sleeves on the vest, but it will keep the main part, the center part of your body warm. And especially if there's a hood. So Leah Huda says, please explain what's the vest. Well, this is a vest. It's like a coat, but with no sleeves, right? It just covers the center part of the body. Alright, so this is a blue vest. And it's sleeveless, there are no sleeves. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. The weather may be getting colder. Layla Almeida says, hey, hello. Welcome. Or perhaps it's in the morning and the warmth of the day hasn't arrived yet. Okay, so sometimes, even in the summer, where I'm from in northern United States, even a summer day in the morning, it can be a little bit cool, right? So we might put a long sleeve on while we're waiting for the warmth of the day to arrive. So as the sun comes out, it gets stronger and warmer, so then we might end up taking off the vest or taking off the long sleeve. Okay? All in all, it's a beautiful summer day, and the girl is having a wonderful time. And because the picture has so much green in it, it makes me think that it's a summer day. And plus the sun is really bright, just a wonderful day. Okay, so let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. The girl is wearing long sleeves and a vest, so it might feel cool outside. The weather may be getting colder. Or perhaps it's in the morning and the warmth of the day hasn't arrived yet. All in all, it's a beautiful summer day, and the girl is having a wonderful time. Okay. Alright, so we did the setting, which is like the time, the place, the location. Now let's get to the action. Okay, here we are with the action. In this section, we're going to describe in detail the person, the little girl, and the action. What is happening? Alright, here we go. The girl is located on the right side of the picture, facing to the left. Right, so in the picture we have the left side and we have the right side, and here she is, but she's looking towards the left side. Towards the left side. Okay. We can see the left side of her face, right? So she is turned like that, and we can see the left side of her face. She might be about 4 or 5 years old. She has long brown hair and white skin. And just like Leah Huda, I think you took away the message, but you said long straight hair. Right. Okay. Her hair is held in place with barrettes. What are barrettes? Well, I have 2 sisters and a daughter and a wife. So I'm familiar with what barrettes are. And it's small in the picture, so let's take a look. We're going to copy the word and we're going to go look at an image of barrettes and make sure we understand what they are. Okay, so this was the vest, right? This is what she's wearing, but in her hair she has barrettes. Alright, so barrettes they're basically like clips for your hair, right? Well, not my hair. I have no need for barrettes because my hair is so short. There you go. Layla Almeida says barrettes. Leah Huda says braids. Well, she's using barrettes, right? They're little clips that hold your hair back. And let's see if we can find a woman or maybe a girl using barrettes. Okay, we have a woman. So this woman has a whole bunch of barrettes right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're just holding her hair in place. Leah Huda says, like pins? Well, I suppose I'm not an expert on on hair, but let's see if we put in hairpins. Alright. So hairpins are kind of like this. So I guess they're similar, but barrettes are more like this. So they kind of clip, right? And let's see, Leah Huda had said braids. Braids are a style of hair, right? So we could say hair braids. Alright, so braids is just when they weave the hair together, right? And they put it together and it maybe hangs down the back, something like that. I have never braided my hair. It's way too short. Alright, Leah Huda says they make the hair more beautiful and neat. Sure, that's what barrettes do. And then if it's windy and stuff, then your hair won't fly around. Okay, so let's go back. So once again, her hair is held in place with barrettes. And we can see one here. And there might be a tie or something at back holding her hair. Alright, yeah, Leah Huda says they come in different colors. They come in, wow, thousands of designs? I don't know. Okay. It looks like she has an earring in her left ear. This is really small, but if I look at her earlobe, which is the part down here, the bottom part of her ear, it looks like she has an earring. Alright? Okay. So, let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. The girl is located on the right side of the picture, facing to the left. We can see the left side of her face. She might be about 4 or 5 years old. She has long brown hair and white skin. Her hair is held in place with barrettes. It looks like she has an earring in her left ear. All right. Let's keep going. The girl is wearing a dark blue puffy vest with a hood. Alright, so we talked about a vest before, but we didn't say puffy. This time we'll say puffy. So the idea of puffy, if we look at her vest, and I'll use the arrow. So, we'll put it in front. Alright, so the vest is kind of pillowy. I guess if you squeeze the vest, it kind of pushes in a little bit, which makes it very comfortable, but we could also say it's kind of puffy. So let's take a look if we can find a puffy vest. Okay, yeah, so these will work. They have the different sections, and they usually put maybe like goose feathers or some synthetic product inside to make it warmer. Woo! Excuse me. Okay, so a puffy vest, when you squeeze it, it's kind of like pillows. Leah Huda says full of cotton, maybe. Sure. Depending on the quality of the vest. Sure. It's common for them to put goose down. Let's find goose down, which is the like goose feathers, the very, very soft feathers, which are very good for keeping people warm, right? So you might say a goose down coat, maybe. And it seems like puffy because in each compartment or little section, they put goose down, goose feathers. And the higher quality coats usually have higher quality insulation to keep people warm. Okay. So puffy just means kind of like a, a pillow. All right, here we go. Let's go back. So she has a hood on this vest, and the hood is right over there, right? So it's down behind, and it's the same material as the vest, and it looks like it's puffy as well. So if it was cold, it would keep her quite warm. All right. The vest has many white dots on it and is zipped up in the front. Okay, so if we look, we can see a lot of white dots. I guess that's the pattern or the style of this vest. And put it behind. So we have lots of white dots on the vest. And we can say that the vest is zipped up. So there is the zipper, right? The opposite would be that it is unzipped or zipped down in the front, but it's zipped up. So maybe her mother or her father were worried that she would be a little bit cold, so they zipped up her vest to make sure that she's warm. Under the vest, the girl is wearing a white sweatshirt or fleece pullover. Okay, so I put two options. I put a sweatshirt or a fleece pullover. So first, let's look up a white sweatshirt. All right, to make sure we have a good idea of what is a sweatshirt. And we'll do a white one because it's the same as the color. So a white sweatshirt, I mean, this is like a sweatshirt jacket. It could just be something like this. It's good for exercising, it keeps you warm, and it's really comfortable. So that would be a sweatshirt. The other option was a fleece pullover. Now this material is different, and we'll do a white one. We'll see, well, maybe we'll just do colorful, that's fine. It's very soft. It feels different than a sweatshirt, and it might be a little bit warmer, depending on the quality. But it's really soft and comfortable, and it just feels really nice. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. So a fleece pullover jacket or a fleece pullover, right? So that's what I put for what she's wearing underneath her vest, and it's a long sleeve, right? A white sweatshirt or fleece pullover. Okay, so if she just walks around with the vest, her arms might get cold, so her parents maybe put a fleece pullover on her. We can't see what kind of pants or shoes she's wearing, right? Because the picture doesn't go down that far. All right, let's do pronunciation. Here we go. The girl is wearing a dark blue puffy vest with a hood. The vest has many white dots on it and is zipped up in the front. Under the vest, the girl is wearing a white sweatshirt or fleece pullover. We can't see what kind of pants or shoes she's wearing. We can kind of guess though. She's probably wearing like jeans, maybe sweatpants. I would guess that she's wearing long pants, because if she's wearing a nice warm vest on top, she probably wouldn't wear shorts. Or maybe she could be wearing a skirt too, it's possible. Alright, so let's continue on describing the action in this picture. The girl's lips are pursed together. So pursed. Let's find out what pursed lips are. So we can take a look. Alright, goodbye to fleece pullover. Let's look at pursed lips. Alright. Oh, Olga Svetova says, hello, interesting words on hairstyle and appearance. All right, Vera Kalugina says, great, wonderful. So right now we're talking about pursed lips. So in the picture, the little girl has pursed lips. So her lips are together. And if we get closer, we can see people's pursed lips like this, right? So it just means that your lips are pressed together. But in this picture, there is a purpose, right? So the girl's lips are pursed together. This way, she can blow through the hole in the wand held in her right hand. Okay, so if she purses her lips together, then she can blow, right? And the air will come out much stronger than if she tries to go like... So she purses her lips together and she can blow through the wand. Are we talking about Harry Potter here with the magic wand? Not so much. All right, we're talking about a wand for blowing bubbles. All right, let's see if we can find a picture of that. Let's see. Let's see, bubble wand. How about that? Bubble wand. Okay. Aha. So, maybe we'll put in this. We'll say, there we go. Maybe we'll try that. So this is a wand, right? They're different shapes, but one side of it has like a circle on it, and you dip it into the bubble solution, the liquid, which is like soapy, and then you can blow through it. So the little piece is called a wand. And I don't think it's magic, but it's called a wand. All right? So the girl, she has a wand in her right hand, and she's blowing through the hole in the wand. A moment ago, she dipped the wand into the bubble solution in the bottle held in her left hand. So if we look over here, let's see. We'll use the arrow to get really close. So there is the wand, and you can see there's a little hole in it. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's pretty small. And this is the bubble solution, right? So it's the little thing she's holding in her hand. Let's see what we can find for pictures on bubble solution. Okay, so this is just the bubbles solution. It's like soap and water, right? But it makes wonderful bubbles once you dip the wand in and you blow through it, and then it creates the bubbles. So the solution is just like the mix. It's not pure water, it's not pure soap, it's a mix. So it's a solution, right? Layla Almeida says dipped, right? She will dip the wand into the top of the bottle, or sometimes they use a bowl. They stick the wand in, and so the circle part of the wand is covered with soap, right? The soapy solution, and you blow on it and the bubbles pop out. Okay. All right, let's move the arrow back. She's blowing and creating bubbles that float away in the wind. So in front of her, we can see all the bubbles, right? Leah Huda says kids like it very much. I agree. Bubbles are great. Such a simple way to make the kid enjoy it. Okay, so let's do first, let's say float. Float away is, you know, a boat can float on the water, but a bubble can also float in the air, and it's just like, you know, it's just moving slowly through the air. If there's a lot of wind, then it will go quickly. If not, it just kind of goes wherever, unless someone pops it. All right, let's do pronunciation. Here we go. The girl's lips are pursed together. This way, she can blow through the hole in the wand held in her right hand. A moment ago, she dipped the wand into the bubble solution in the bottle held in her left hand. She's blowing and creating bubbles that float away in the wind. All right. More action, more details. Here we go. There are bubbles of different sizes floating in the air. All right, so if we look, we can see a big fat one in the middle, and then there are smaller ones and little tiny ones like right there. Let's see if I can point at it. Let's see. There's a little tiny one right there. Right, so they're all bubbles. Bubbles everywhere. See, Olga Sletova says, I use bubble solution quite frequently. Never knew the word though. Next time I'll be aware what to call it. Yes, bubble solution. And there's some sort of mixture between water and soap, like dish soap that you use to wash your dishes. I'm not sure what the ratio is, but yeah. It's magical. Okay, here we go. They're flowing from right to left out of the picture. So when we're saying there, we're talking about the bubbles. So they start on the right side or maybe in the middle, and they're flowing or floating to the left, right? So she's blowing on them and it creates some wind and they float away. Or maybe it's a windy day and they will go that way anyway. The bubbles appear very colorful because they reflect the light of the sun and the colors around the girl. Alright, so the bubbles, you can see they are colorful, which is kind of neat. I think kids like that too. So it reflects the light and whatever's around them, right? Kind of neat. Vera Kalugina says the bubbles can be huge sometimes. Yes, I've seen them. What do you say we go and we'll take a quick look at some bubbles? Because bubbles are awesome. So let's see, we'll say huge bubbles. Oh wow, that's a really big one. I don't think I've ever seen one that big. Awesome, all I can say. See, it's for the child inside us. We grow up, but we still love bubbles even as adults. Something wonderful about them. Alright. So yes, huge bubbles. Pretty cool. Alright, I need to stay focused here. Here we go. Okay. It's likely that the girl's mother or father took this picture. Okay, let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. There are bubbles of different sizes floating in the air. They're flowing from right to left and out of the picture. The bubbles appear very colorful because they reflect the light of the sun and the colors around the girl. It's likely that the girl's mother or father took this picture. Okay, so we just finished describing the action of this picture. Now let's move on to the story. Okay, so in this section, oh, I see apples in the comments. That means you're doing pronunciation. Wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the story behind this picture. And this is where it gets a little bit crazy. We've been very serious so far describing the girl and what we see in the picture in details. Now is when I can use my imagination. Here we go. The girl's name is Isabella. Her mother thinks it's cute and adorable that she likes to blow bubbles. Alright, we have two words here, cute and adorable. And they mean pretty much the same thing. So if you see adorable and cute together, they're the same thing. So for example, if we put in adorable puppy maybe. Adorable puppy. Puppies. Alright, so adorable, this is when people go, how cute, how adorable. Right. Alright, let's see. So her mother thinks it's cute and adorable that she likes to blow bubbles. However, today Isabella is blowing bubbles for a different reason. What could be the reason, I wonder? Here we go. Isabella is a junior member in the neighborhood gang called the Nasty Kids. Okay, so let's see, a gang. What is a gang? And there can be different levels and different understandings of what is a gang. Alright, so the worst kind of gang is probably the ones that like beat and rob and things like that. However, you can also call a group of friends a gang. All right, and we're going to learn about what kind of gang Isabella is in a moment. Okay, so once again, Isabella is a junior member. All right, junior member means she's not high up. Do you remember the idiom high up? High up means you have a lot of power and influence in an organization. But she is a junior member, so she's probably still working her way up and has to take orders from the senior members. Okay, and the gang is called Nasty Kids. Nasty. What does nasty mean? And even if we know what nasty means, let's take a look and we can get some synonyms. All right, let's stick it in the dictionary. Nasty. All right, first let's hear the pronunciation.
Nasty.
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 Nasty. Okay. Highly unpleasant, especially to the senses. Physically nauseating. Vera Kalugina says naughty. Sure. If a kid is nasty, they could be naughty. To me, the word naughty is kind of like you do something bad, but it's not like really bad. It's like, oh, you know, that kid is so naughty. They weren't listening, but it's not like something super bad. But let's see. So here we go. This is to the senses. So you could say food is nasty. You could say a smell is nasty. Oh, the garbage smells nasty. However, it can also be of a person or an animal. So behaving in an unpleasant or spiteful way. Spiteful means mean, right? Harry was a nasty, foul-mouthed old devil. And we have synonyms: unkind, unpleasant, unfriendly, disagreeable, and a whole bunch more. So nasty is a useful word. All right, so let's go back. So the name of this gang is called the Nasty Kids. All right, let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. The girl's name is Isabella. Her mother thinks it's cute and adorable that she likes to blow bubbles. However, today Isabella is blowing bubbles for a different reason. Isabella is a junior member in the neighborhood gang called the Nasty Kids. Okay, so we still need to figure out why is she blowing bubbles. There we go. Today, it is Isabella's duty to remain vigilant and watch the park. Okay, so duty means it's your job, it's your obligation, it's something that you have to do. So maybe the senior members of the gang said, hey, Isabella, it's your job to be vigilant, watchful, looking out for things. What's happening? You're using your eyes to see what's happening. So you're vigilant and watch the park. Okay. Whenever Isabella blows bubbles, it is a signal to the senior gang members that someone is passing by. So a signal is maybe like a traffic signal. It tells you, to stop or to go. It sends you information. So when she blows her bubbles, it's a signal. She's sending information to the other gang members. Olga Svetova says, an intriguing story. I can't say it's based on a true story, but it's based on my imagination. So here we go. All right, so when she blows bubbles, it lets the other gang members know that someone's passing by. They need to put away their computers, cell phones, and tablets. All of their electronic devices. Then they pretend to play like normal kids. Okay, so we have a gang of kids that's doing something the parents don't know about. All right, let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. Today, it is Isabella's duty to remain vigilant and watch the park. Whenever Isabella blows bubbles, it is a signal to the senior gang members that someone is passing by. They need to put away their computers, cell phones, and tablets. Then they pretend to play like normal kids. The story is getting juicy. Let's continue. Isabella's gang is in the business of cyber hacking and stealing money from online sources. Okay, when we think about cyber hacking, we usually don't think of children. But either way, this is a good an opportunity to talk about vocabulary. So if you've heard cyber hacking before, let's take a look if we put some pictures. All right, so if we think cyber hacking, we think with the internet, computers, someone who's probably not dressed like this, but it gives us the idea that they're doing something on the internet that they shouldn't be doing. Maybe they're breaking a law, they're stealing information, or they're breaking into a system or a program where they shouldn't be. So hacking means to break into somewhere, and cyber hacking is like the internet, computers, stuff like that. All right, so let's go back. So Isabella's gang, the gang of kids, is in the business of cyber hacking, and they steal money from online sources. And if we talk about online sources, it could be, I don't know, maybe a store that's run online, like Amazon.com, a shipping service, anything, maybe an online bank, right? So something that operates its business using the internet. So that would be an online source. All right. They have already stolen $20 million this month. We can say they are very successful. All right. So they're already on their way for $240 million a year if they keep it up. Okay, let's be serious here. All right. Even though they're all under 10 years old, they are known as the fiercest online gang in the Western Hemisphere. Okay, so they're all under 10 years old, so the oldest could only be 9, right? Because it's under 10. And they're known as the fiercest. Let's see, what does it mean if someone or something or a group, organization is fierce? Let's take a look. So this would be an adjective, and we're describing. All right, let's see. All right, adjective. Let's hear the pronunciation.
Fierce. Fierce.
Fierce. Okay. So an adjective, we're going to be describing having or displaying an intense or ferocious aggressiveness. All right. So here we go. The tiger is the largest member of the cat family and a fierce predator. So a very aggressive predator. Okay, so fierce, right? Ferocious, savage, vicious, wild, untamed. Okay, so here we go. So they are the fiercest online gang. So the fiercest internet gang in the Western Hemisphere. All right, so what does Western Hemisphere mean? Well, if we divide up the world, it gets divided up into hemispheres, which are different sections of the world. So there's a Western Hemisphere and there is an Eastern Hemisphere, right? Western Hemisphere is usually North America, South America, and I think just a section of Africa. Eastern Hemisphere is Asia, most of Africa, Europe, stuff like that. So a hemisphere is just half, right? So the globe is like a round ball, and a hemisphere would be half of the ball. Okay. All right. So her gang is known as the most fierce online gang in the Western Hemisphere, which is quite respectable, except that it would be illegal. Okay. Let's do pronunciation. Isabella's gang is in the business of cyber hacking and stealing money from online sources. They have already stolen $20 million this month. Even though they are all under 10 years old, they are known as the fiercest online gang in the Western Hemisphere. Okay, so we did a summary, we did the, I'm drawing a blank, we did the action, we did the setting, right? And now it is time, oh, we did the story too, right? So the story behind the picture. Guess what time it is? It's time for a quiz. All right. Woo! I have my glasses ready to go. Let's see if you guys have been listening. All right. Question number 1. What do we call the tool in Isabella's right hand that creates the bubbles? A widget, B, a stick, C, a ruler, D, a wand. Okay, so what do we call the tool in Isabella's right hand that creates the bubbles? It's called D, a wand. Right, and we talked about that before. If we look at the picture, she is holding the wand in her hand. It's the little yellow piece, right, for blowing the bubbles. All right, so it is the wand. All right, so the little wand is the piece that you dip in the solution in the bottle, and then you blow through it, and it creates the bubbles. All right. Question number 2. Isabella is wearing a jacket and sweater, B, vest and fleece pullover, C, swimsuit and cowboy hat, D, vest and short sleeve shirt. What do you think? Okay, so Isabella is wearing a B, a vest and fleece pullover. Okay, so if we look back at the picture, let's see if we can find it here. All right, so she has a blue vest. We talked about that. A vest is like a coat, but it has no sleeves, right? There's no sleeves. And underneath she has, we had talked about maybe a sweatshirt, but also a fleece pullover, right? So it's long sleeve and it's warm and it's very comfortable. Okay. All right, so Isabella is wearing a vest and fleece pullover. All right, so a jacket and sweater, well, it's not a jacket because it's a vest, right? It doesn't have sleeves. And a sweater, no, it doesn't work. C, swimsuit and cowboy hat, not gonna work because it's obviously wrong. D, vest, ooh, starts good. Then it says short sleeve shirt. Well, no, she has a long sleeve shirt on, so that one doesn't work. Okay, question number 3. Isabella's mother thinks she is blowing bubbles because Isabella, A, is in a gang, B, loves blowing bubbles, C, is a weird kid, or D, has hidden intentions. What do you think? Okay, so this is a little bit of a longer question. Isabella's mother thinks she is blowing bubbles because Isabella loves blowing bubbles. Right, so it's not the real reason, right? But it's what Isabella's mother thinks. Okay, so Isabella's mother doesn't know that she's in a gang. And her mother probably doesn't think that she's a weird kid. Weird just means strange, abnormal, right? But I don't think that one works. And her mother doesn't think that she has hidden intentions. So hidden means something that you can't see, right? It's hiding. And intentions are things you plan to do, your ideas, things that you want to do or carry out. All right, so the best answer is B. Isabella's mother thinks that her kid loves blowing bubbles. Question number 4. To do her job well, Isabella needs to be A. Watchful and vigilant, B. Greedy and aggressive, C. Patient and crazy, D. Speedy and oblivious. What do you think? Okay, to do her job well, Isabella needs to be A. Watchful and vigilant. So her job, if you remember, is to blow bubbles whenever someone comes that might see the gang and what they're doing, right? So watchful and vigilant means that you're looking. You're using your eyes to look around, who's here, what's happening. All right. B says greedy and aggressive. Well, greedy is when you want everybody's stuff. That doesn't work. Aggressive means you're fierce. You're going to maybe attack people or push people or use physical violence if possible. Patient and crazy? Well, I think it's good for her to be patient, but crazy just doesn't work. Speedy and oblivious. Well, speedy sounds nice because you're fast, but oblivious doesn't work. What does oblivious mean? Oblivious? See, Olga Svetova. All these combos are just great. Probably the best one is speedy and oblivious. Maybe patient and crazy can't choose? Well, let's see. Oblivious is usually not a good thing. If you're oblivious to something, you don't see it. You don't know about it. So let's take a look. We'll put it in the dictionary if I can find it here. There it is. Let's put in oblivious. All right. And let's hear the pronunciation.
Oblivious. Oblivious.
Oblivious. Okay, here we go. So it's an adjective. We're describing someone not aware of or not concerned about what is happening around one. So if you're oblivious, you're just like, oh, la 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 la, and you don't know what's happening around you. All right. So, perfect. When people are walking through the mall or in the park and they have their cell phone in front of them and they're just like looking at it, so focused, and they like bump into someone or they bump into a tree. Or I saw one way back when where a lady walked into a fountain in a mall when she was carrying her cell phone. I'm just gonna quick see if I can find that one. It was kind of interesting. Let's see, woman holding phone walks into fountain. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, and we'll try to find a GIF. Aha! I think it is. Here it is. Let's see if it will load. Okay, give it a moment. Watch this lady right here. So she's texting, I guess, and all said, oh look, there's a fountain, I shall fall into it. So we could say this lady was oblivious to her surroundings. She was so focused on her phone that she fell into the pool or the fountain, right? So it's not really good to be oblivious because you can get hurt. Something can happen. All right, so let's move to question number 5. Why have the nasty kids been successful as an online cyber gang? A, they're not suspects. B, they have great technology. C, they speak many languages. Or D, they can blow crazy bubbles. What do you think? Okay, so why have the nasty kids been successful as an online cyber gang? I tried to make this the most difficult question. Okay, so I think the best answer is A. They are not suspects. So let's think about it. We'll take a look at the picture. So here is the girl, right? She's a little kid. A sweet little kid. There's no way that she could be involved in a gang. What? It doesn't make any sense. So they are not suspects. So maybe the crimes are happening, but the police or the governments are thinking, it has to be these people because they have a history of doing it. Or it's got to be these criminals because they've been doing bad things. But nobody's going to think that a group of kids is an online cyber gang. So let's see. B is a pretty good answer, right? They have great technology. But almost everyone has access to this technology, right? So I still think it's better that they're not suspects because they're kids, right? C, they speak many languages. It's great to speak many languages, but it's still not as good as they are not suspects. And D is cool. They can blow crazy bubbles, but that's probably not going to help them in their domination of the online internet cyberspace. Right. So the best answer here is they are not suspects, right? So a suspect is someone that the police think has broken the law. They think that this person is a criminal, right? So in this situation, we have no information that the government or the police thinks that the nasty kids are criminals. All right, so they are not suspects. Okay, so we just finished the quiz. Hooray, hooray. All right, we get the green check mark. All right, so we did quite a bit in this lesson. All right, we talked about this picture. We did the summary, we did the setting, we described the action, we did a crazy story which probably makes no sense, but it's great for vocabulary, and then we did the quiz. Okay, so, alright, here is our motto: improve your English, become more valuable, improve your skills, and be able to offer more value to people. Alright? If you enjoy our material, make sure to subscribe. Here is the animation. Ooh, ah, right. If you're already subscribed, check out that little bell thing, and if you click on it, YouTube will send you a notification when we're live or we have a new video or something like that. Okay? So once again, improve your English, become more valuable. thank you for attending this live English lesson. I'm going to turn up the music and type a thank you in the comments. Okay.